Hi, Daryl the clerk from East Hill Community Church in beautiful Vernon, BC. I'm here across from Butcher Boys, where we can see the construction scene where a builder is putting up a number of commercial buildings here. And I have permission from the developer to film here. One of the fascinating things you can see is layer after layer of concrete here. They've been pouring the foundation first of all, and then the floor, and then different wall slabs. And as you can see, obviously the wall slabs are going in today. It's an exciting day. But each wall slab is 27,000 to 70,000 pounds. And obviously they're thick and heavy. There's steel mesh in them and insulation for strength and warmth. But to handle that kind of weight on the walls, you need an incredible foundation. And here you can see just how thick it is. The floor itself about a foot thick, and the foundation too about a foot thick. 500,000 pounds of concrete in the foundation alone. 2 million over the whole floor. So as you can see, each panel is incredibly heavy, and it'll sit on this foundation here, which is at least a foot thick and 5 foot deep. And these little panels here, these little cutouts, are steel, and they have rebar going into them a few feet, obviously, to tie in. This is the floor, and so then the floor will be welded to the walls, and that's what keeps the bottom in place. Just down on site, want to introduce you to Doug Saunders, the site foreman here, and it's good to know that as a brother in Christ, we've been talking about faith here as well. And so in a dozen places in the New Testament, we hear about a foundation for life. Like in Matthew 7, Jesus said, "Don't build your house on the sand, but on a rock." And he meant not just your physical house, of course, but your spiritual one. And by that he meant following his footprint for life, Jesus' footprint for life, will give you a solid foundation when the storms and trouble come. Just like this building here with concrete walls and that enormous foundation and pad will give any business here an incredible foundation. And yeah, it's all too easy to set our lives on flimsy soil. Maybe to wrap your identity around a relationship, even one as good as your spouse, or your deepest satisfaction coming from your job, as good as your work is, or your ultimate joy is in your hobbies, wonderful as they are. It's all flimsy soil on which to really build your life. But God created us to build on Him, and that means that even if all those things fall away, we're still left with a solid foundation, as eternal as He is, that'll outlast our minds and bodies, our relationships, jobs, hobbies, and that's a solid foundation.